Join, wager, cash in, get a $125 bonus. Details at tvg.com.
Over the past 3 years, obviously has racked up 6 graded stakes victories and over $1 million in earnings. Up until this season, he raced for trainer Mike Mitchell. But earlier this year, Mike Mitchell chose to step aside, with his longtime assistant Phil D'Amato electing to go out on his own.
I've been working there for probably a little over 10 years, and it's been great. Great experience. You know, it's like a father-son relationship. And anytime you get that relationship, it just makes it easier.
When I met Philip and we talked, I started thinking, God, this is the kind of young man I would love to have work for me. So I just hired him, and we've been together ever since, and he's been like a son to me. I could see the talent that he's got. If I wanted him to put horses in his name, branch out on his own, and he's doing exactly that, and he's doing a great job.
I went to the University of Arizona racetrack program and got a degree in equine science, and started working back east, and the rest is history.
With Phil's training career still in its infancy, he turned to an old favorite with plenty of experience to deliver the first graded stakes victory of his young career.
But it's obviously out here moving like a winner with 100 to go. Joe Talamo just folds up on him, will allow him to canter home the easiest of winners. Ears pricked, obviously annihilated them.
He's the barn favorite. He's just a warrior. You know, if you want someone to back you up, that's the horse you take into battle. We just love that horse, and he's so intelligent.
Phil knew just how fitting it was for his first major victory to come with a venerable performer like Obviously, a horse he was already intimately familiar with from his time as an assistant.
Well, that horse, he's very special. Mike's son-in-law and myself and another bloodstock agent, that was our first trip to Europe to buy horses. And that's where we found Obviously and brought him over here. So winning the first graded stake with him, I just took a deep breath and took it in, and I'll never forget that.
The win was Obviously's largest margin of victory in his 19-race career.
Mike and I, we had discussed this year bringing him up to a race, training him solely on turf for his breezes. In previous years, we trained him on the main track, and we led him up to the race, I think, with about 7 or 8 turf works, and I think that was the trick.
Oddly enough, Obviously used the American Handicap last season as a springboard to a milestone win in the Shoemaker Mile for trainer Mike Mitchell.
But Obviously is just too good. He's just running faster than the other 4. Obviously wire to wire in the Shoemaker Mile.
Milestone win for Mike Mitchell, win number 900 here at Betfair Holiday Park. Only one of their trainers has done that. That's Bobby Franklin.
A year later, Phil will be hoping Obviously can make history for this team once again, granting him the first Grade 1 win of his training career.
That would be unbelievable. Just with the horse, with the connections, with Mike, I'd be on cloud 9.
Even though Phil is in charge of the stable now, Mike still remains an integral part of the team, acting as a sort of advisor or assistant, as their roles have now reversed.
If he needs me for any question, I'm there for him.
We talk about horses and strategies and claiming horses. So I think together, building a stable like I'm trying to do, I just think between the two of us, it's going to lead to a very prosperous future.
Phil's confidence in Obviously's training of late couldn't possibly be any higher. And you can rest assured that if Obviously comes through yet again on Saturday, they'll be celebrating this victory as a team.
He is just training so unbelievable right now. He's coming into this race. I wish the Breeders' Cup was Saturday.